for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right, the Captain Show, 93.7 is The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio. And you can't hear me on the radio today, but you can hear me on YouTube. You can hear me on everything else. Facebook Live, the station antenna is down or something, but it's going in and out, and we are ready to get busy. Hey, man, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. A little tired. Just got off the road.
Yeah.
Mickey worked me hard. Huh?
I got a bone to pick with you.
Go ahead.
Did you see me calling you?
No.
Yes, you did. That's a lie.
Well,
unless you got Metro PCS for your phone service.
Not Verizon.
Okay. I called you several times this morning. Last night I texted you and say, "Hey, are you back?" Not a word. Not a word from the captain.
Well, you know when you.
But you know what? You'll make that phone call when that first of the month hits, like Bone Thugs and Harmony over there. But I'm gonna leave it alone for the day though.
You mean the 15th, but
the 15th.
Yeah, the 15th. In 3 days have passed, and I haven't heard from you yet.
Well, I've been moving for 3 days.
Okay, well that's good. I in those backwoods, your phones don't work too good.
Yeah.
In those rural 2-lane areas, it don't work.
Yeah.
But it was good, man. It was good to get down there. We got rained out on Saturday. It was like a monsoon. It was crazy, man. And it was just, and so where they practice at, where their field is, it was like an ocean. Okay, like a river. Well,
like
more
a little canal. Like a little canal.
Yeah, like a canal. And so, so they had to let it dry out and then go on Sunday, which was cool. It was cool to watch practice, to watch those young men, to know that, if they continue to work hard, he's got a ways to go. Like, I don't think Grambling is there yet. And here's what's scary for me. When I look at the team and I think to myself, they got to play Ohio State. They open up with Ohio State. Now, that's a coin flipper, right? on one end for them getting paid to go out there and get snobber knock. What do you call that? A snobber knocker?
Slobber knocker.
A slobber knocker. For them to go out there and get slobber knocked, and then but they get the meal ticket to be able to help with the facilities in the Platte River, right? That's running through when they get rain. Now this could have two different effects, I think, on Grambling. Number one, if they get beat up too much, if they get double slobber knockers, now it might derail your season. But if they fight, then they understand what it feels like to play against the best team in Division I, and they should be able to cruise through the rest of their division.
Oh, man. BJ.
What?
You're a hater.
Why?
You're a hater.
What did I do?
Why would you wear that? And I just now looked at it. Why would you wear that? Did you get me anything? I promise you didn't. I promise you didn't. This is going to be the nail in the coffin right here. Bach in the black shirt is going to lead the show if you haven't brung anything back from me about. I'm getting tired of this, man.
You don't look good in this G.
Whatever.
You in the Bulldog G. I'm a G man.
I got banned from wearing. You know what? I got banned from wearing Georgia stuff because certain guy. But
you still
do you see this box? Do you see this box?
Yeah.
Don't Box.
Well, I guess one G is banned and one G is welcome, I suppose.
All right,
I might listen. I just may on the break. I just may go get you something. But if you keep talking, that is going to be a lie. I'm not going to give it to you. I'll just keep it.
Whatever. Is this one going to be dirty like the other one, or got a Clorox stain on it, or we just what? Or we what? Don't go buy no washing machine with it if you have it, sir.
Listen, however you get it, you should accept it because it came from me. So if it's got a big Clorox stain on the back of it, oh well, it's still a Grambling shirt.
All right. Dakota's Crawford. Did you see him?
No, he's not there yet. I don't think he gets there until after the spring, or either before the spring or right after the spring, one of the two.
Barry Miles Jr.
Yeah. So
who else he got?
We interviewed Barry Miles yesterday on the radio. You wasn't there though, but we interviewed Barry.
Okay.
And, Terrell, it's like it's like, I don't know, Independence, Kansas might be on the same level or something as what Grambling is.
Oh, Independent Kansas, they won national title.
I'm talking about as far as facilities.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I've walked in plenty of high schools in Nebraska that look better than that. So it's kind of hard for me to wrap my mind coming from Nebraska and the things that we have, versus like Grambling. It's like night and day. And so for them to play Ohio State, for me, is like mind-boggling.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to that game, man. I probably, even if I drove and went to it, I'll probably still leave at halftime because I don't like stuff like that.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think for Grambling and Mickey to get $1 million of surplus money that they desperately need to be able to do the upgrades to all the facility, not just, I'm not talking just the football field. I'm talking about all the facility. I mean, man, I don't even know. Maybe I shouldn't be saying it, but I've never seen anything like it. Like the Players Lounge, dude. It's so many things to me that can be fixed, but it takes money to fix them. And then you have to have the infrastructure to keep it up and not let it go down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even the campus was different. So I walked around campus and, I've been to Grambling multiple times. And it's always jumping like the campus is. People everywhere. I literally walked around on Monday, and then I had to get in the car and ride around. There was probably 100 people out in the entire campus. Then at insult to injury, you talk about third world country. They had a shootout from the dorm room to the car.
Mm.
This is on campus.
Probably while 100 people out.
There you go. Well, I had to find that out. But I'm simply saying I can't fathom me being on campus. Could you fathom that?
Well, I used to go.
We in Harper Shram Smith, and somebody is shooting out of the dorm room, and somebody's shooting from the car up to the dorm room. We can't fathom that, Terrell. That ain't never happened.
Oh no. And when you talk about, you know, Mickey playing Ohio State, I think it's a great for Mickey and the university, because Mickey could do a lot of things for this university. You know, even just going down up there to take that butt whooping. You know, if Mickey plays a good game, it betters Grambling as the season go on, and it betters Mickey for his next step to leave that position. Mickey's job is to leave this college, Grambling State, when he do leave it in good hands. So, you know, to pass it on to somebody else who can still lead that team and keep them in the right direction.
Yep. And I think he's definitely doing that. I mean, it's year 2. We should definitely see some improvements. I think the running game, they've got 3 phenomenal running backs that, you know, I think 2 of them after this year be gone. Somebody's going to pick them up out of the transfer portal because that's how good. I'm serious. Because he had a linebacker last year, number 6, his best linebacker.
That big dude, that big cock diesel dude.
Yeah, that was just running all over the place. So guess what? Mississippi State, $300,000 later, out of there. He got Wisconsin, a player from Wisconsin. Same thing. They came and got one of their D linemen from Grambling. So in this climate where a team with money can pay a guy $300,000, give him $350 up front, you in a lose-lose situation, especially when you're talking about these young men coming from the humble backgrounds that they're coming from.
What's interesting too, I obviously the matchup with Grambling State and Ohio State is one that catches your eye if you're just a college football fan, because we don't see these matchups. It'll be Grambling State's first matchup, in fact, against a Big Ten team ever. We don't see HBCUs get the opportunity to go up and play. And like you said, I mean, there might be a talent disparity. There's certainly a program difference there. But you wonder if that happens, without Dion and what he did at Jackson State, kind of highlighting HBCUs and bringing that to the forefront. And we've talked about it before. You know, it'd be awesome if Grambling State could come up to play Nebraska. It still wouldn't be a fair fight, but it would be, again, similar deal. A good payday for Grambling State and a good, opportunity to highlight one of the most historic HBCUs out there.
Yeah, if I can be in attendance of that game, I'm going, because like you said, this is the first time they've ever met, and just to be in that atmosphere, I think it'll be good for Grambling and Mickey, for their boys to feel what it feels like to have 100,000 people cheering against them. They've never seen that before. They've never been in that environment before. So hopefully all it can do is help. And if they do play well, it will catapult them into probably the best team in the HBCU.
Yeah, better. It's better to play in the first game of the season than the last game of the season. So I would rather play in the first game of the season, because Ohio State's going to have a new quarterback. They're going to have 2 new running backs. They're going to have, offensive linemen. They're going to have to get a whole new defense. So, maybe Mickey can hang around a quarter or 2 and then, let the floodgates open or keep it in contact.
Well, I think when you know you're going to face a juggernaut, you reduce the bleeding and the bludgeoning. Okay, you reduce that, meaning you're going to get bloodied up. Your nose is going to get bloody. You just don't want to have a double bloody nose, or both eyes blackened and a double bloody nose, or both eyes blackened, double bloody nose, and your ears are leaking. You don't want that, because that means you're busted and butt. And the only way that you make this game a quick game is you try to run the ball and do play action things. You try to get them off balance, but you keep the clock moving. When you get blown out is when you go out and try to throw the ball against a team like that. That's a juggernaut that can score in bunches real quick, and you don't put 6-7 minute drives together. So I think they have to just go out, figure out how they can put 3 to 7 minute drives together, and they can minimize, the beatdown.
Yeah, and Mickey had said that before, that they're going to emphasize running the ball a little bit more as a program going into this season. And maybe, part of that was factoring in the Ohio State game. Now, the real question is, Ohio State takes a big pride in their band. If they had a battle of the bands before the game, what do you guys think? Who comes out on top?
Oh well, that's a no-brainer. I mean, I think when you're talking to Grambling State and their band versus anybody, I mean, it's going to be tough to beat them. So I would give Grambling State the leg up on the band.
Yeah, maybe they can come out there and dot the I themselves and frustrate Ohio State. Play some mind games going into that game. They're gonna have to do something. I'll say this. I am surprised. I've heard Mickey. You know, we've asked him about it a few times. I've never heard a coach, kind of say just go to be blunt about it. Just kind of say from the forefront, yeah, this is an obstacle. This is a mismatch, and we're gonna have to do what we can to fight to stay in that game. Usually, you get the old, we've got 11 guys and there's 100 yards and all that sort of thing. But I do find it intriguing that Mickey's pretty out front about this is going to be quite a challenge.
So how many ever guys they left? It's the number one team in the country.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith out there is enough.
Yeah, that's
anybody in the
done deal. 200, 300 yards.
Well, I think if you game plan Jeremiah Smith and you say, I'm not going to let Jeremiah Smith, and you bracket him under and over the top. Huh?
They got the other guy. What's his name? He coming
Tate
back.
Should be coming
back.
back.
Tate's coming back.
Let the other guy beat you.
Tate, he beat us. Didn't he score a touchdown on us, Bob?
I think he had a good game against
us. Tate had over 100 yards against us.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, they barely beat us, even with his 100 yards. I would imagine if Grambling puts up the same fight and the score ends in the same thing it ended with Nebraska, what do you say then?
No, I think Nebraska caught Ohio State on an off game.
Yeah, but if Grambling does that, what do you say then?
Ohio State's not good.
Okay, that's fair.
But that's coming up this
year. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, it'll be interesting. They might be breaking in a new, freshman quarterback. They don't have Will Howard coming back, so it could be some.
Yeah,
it could be maybe able to make it rattle and make it interesting for a quarter.
My boy left. What was his name?
Who's that? For Ohio State?
Yeah, the quarterback from Georgia.
Oh yeah,
I forgot his name. He got some Aaron Nolan.
Yeah.
Aaron Nolan left.
I think Julian Sane looks like he's going to be next up there.
The good thing about Grambling, though, as far as their team goes, is I think the strength of their team, as far as I'm concerned, is their D-line. They've got a pretty doggone good D-line. So that in itself gives me hope that they can put up at least and not get beat by more than 14 points. So what do you think the spread's going to open up at?
Oof. Got to be over 35, I think. I mean, it might reach the 40.
Okay. Are you over under 35?
Probably over, yeah.
You over too?
Yeah.
I'm under.
Might be 66-6, Rashad. What are you talking about? You cannot compare. I can't let you do this because there's no way in hell that Mickey's going to keep up with Ohio State, not with Jeremiah Smith on that team.
I didn't say keep up. I just said keep it close.
Not with Downs coming back. They got freshman cornerbacks that started last year. They're going to get better. This team is not going to get worse. This team is going to get better.
I hope that because it's the first game that they just don't beat us up and maybe they'll call the dogs off.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm calling a spade, sir.
Oh, again, it should be 100-0.
Yeah. Don't go there yet because
I'm going there.
They might want to make a statement early in the year. So
hold on.
Might put up 88.
Hold on. Let me go there real quick. What do you think Grambling's budget or payroll is? Because all this stuff is public information.
Probably 100,000. That's probably what they in there.
I don't know. It might be 1.2 million, but what do you think Ohio State's payroll is?
20.
No, I ain't talking about NIL. Our coaches.
Oh,
let's start there.
20. Mickey probably is making what the
probably still close to 20 million.
No, Mickey's probably making what the equipment, the head equipment guys making.
Yeah, I mean, probably close to whatever a position coach is making.
Yeah.
Still got all the responsibilities as a head coach. And if it was anything different than any other coach in the country, guess who you wouldn't be playing? Ohio State.
Yeah.
So what I think too, to go back to when to Mickey to back Mickey up when I say I've never heard a coach say, he said wave the white flag a few times, going into that game, is that for Grambling State, this season's not about Ohio State. That's a cool opportunity, a good payday, but they need to get better against the SWAC. They need to do better against the rest of their schedule. So that's their primary focus. The Ohio State game is almost an exhibition payday. You get to live your dream and go out and play at Ohio State, which is very cool at the Horseshoe. But I mean, competitively, they just don't. That's not the goal of their season.
I'd agree with that 100%. I mean, you go out there, you have fun. You try not to get hurt, so you have your guys play as hard as they possibly can, and you give them hope that they got a 1% chance that they can win. And you know how they got a 1% chance? Turnovers, baby. Poke the ball out, get interceptions. If they get 5 picks versus 0 and they don't turn the ball over, they got an outside chance to win that game.
Now, if they do win that game, by the way, then Mickey Joseph is going to get a phone call from just about every AD in the country, because that would be the biggest upset of all time, maybe right up there with it.
That would be. Maybe I should. Nah, I'm not going to do that. But no, it would be. I mean, and I think Mickey's got his hands full. He's got to build with less, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? You got, again, I'm not here to just be like, look at Mickey and them, because they've been playing football in that hole and on dirt for years. I talked to somebody who was a good friend of mine that was a coach in the town that we're from, and he used to play for in I think the class of 1960 or 1965, one of the two. I think they won the championship then, but, he said it was one of the most grueling things he's ever went through. He said they started out with like 200 people coming out for football, and by the time they ended, it was like 56. I mean, so that means they were put through something in order to say, and he said they had no weights. One day I'm going to see if I can get him on. But you get what I'm saying. Mickey and them's got to take this for, let's get paid, and then let's see if we can't put more money into our NIL or put more money into our facilities to be able to get, one trainer. One.
Take all them stinky feet, huh?
One. I'm like, I guess I'm taping feet. No, I'm just kidding. One, though. You got a couple strength coaches. So when you go down to these, and that's the thing that these young men have to understand when they jump into the portal. Not as much now because you're 105. But before, when you jump in the portal and you don't have a destination, you put yourself in a position to go 7 levels down. Because that's about what it is. Hey, Bob, do we have because we used to be able to use that. You still got that?
He gave all Steve Taylor the good beats, Rashawn.
I don't know what song you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
Part-time lover.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you got to bring that back. Maybe you can use that as the outs or something, because that gives us a little bit more energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this too laid back, huh?
Yes.
I can play.
I like that though too, but.
All right, 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio, the Captain Show. We'll be right back.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself and your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
LES wants your feedback. Help shape your electric utility's direction and priorities by taking an anonymous online survey. Make your voice heard before the survey closes on April 30th at les.com/survey.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze and an afternoon high around 80. Tonight, showers and storms turning to rain and snow. It'll be windy with a low around 31. And tomorrow, we'll see snow and blizzard conditions likely, an afternoon high of just 39. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucket for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular single-axle light American lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Da-da, Da 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 da. All right, welcome back to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. Sorry if you can't hear us on the radio, but hey, check us out on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. We'll be here. X. We are here live at the Captain Show. Powered
by
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Brett.
Excavating.
All righty. All right, Bach, what you got for us?
Oh, well, it's kind of an interesting day. Another spring game gets canceled. This time it is Michigan State canceling their spring game. So we can get that in a second. But you did mention it's going to be an exciting day here on Thursday and Friday at 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be at Buffalo Wings and Rings. You should join us out there near 68th and O. But also make sure you join 93.7 The Ticket's Bracket Challenge on ESPN Tournaments Challenge app. Join the group by going to 93.7 The Ticket's Twitter page and clicking on the link. The tweet with the link is pinned at the top of the page. It is completely free, and the top brackets will win prizes from 93.7 The Ticket. So fill out your bracket today before Thursday's tip-off. First game is at 11:15 a.m. Central Time on Thursday, so make sure you pick a champion before then. Of course, guys, we'll be out there. It's always a fun time, a fun day. Have you filled out your brackets yet?
I filled out one so far.
Got one, yeah.
So
Are you
far.
a one-man bracket?
No. I'm doing 3 this year. I'm going to do 2 more. But
Can we be a part of our bracket?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Encouraged.
Right. Well, Bach, you need to send me the link.
All right. Well,
or the app.
Just go to 93.7 The Ticket's Twitter page, click on the link.
Okay.
That's where we'll be. So, yeah.
All right. When we talk about that, since we're talking about spring games getting canceled, Deion Sanders might be the smartest college football coach, besides Tom Osborne. The reason I said is that Deion came up with a concept that he challenged Syracuse for a spring game. And this is, me and Bach talked about this earlier, how exciting this would be for a spring game, because now that you're paying players, you make it seem like the NFL when you have a dual camp, when you have 2 teams at a camp. Let's say Colorado goes to Syracuse for 3 days, and Syracuse comes to Colorado for 3 days, and you have them little mini camp like practices, and then you have the spring game. Now, the only thing you can do about the spring game but when you're having those 3-day practices, you can charge people, Bach. You can make money. So at the end of these 6 days, you play a spring game in Colorado. The next year you play it in Syracuse. Now, if Deion's not the smartest man in the world, that sounds great to me, because this is a dream come true for college football fans in the springtime. Let's say Nebraska and let's say the Big Ten and the SEC make up a deal where 2 teams will play each other in the spring. Nebraska picks Tennessee. Nebraska picks Florida. Nebraska picks Georgia. I'm just saying, Bob.
So we get our Nebraska-Tennessee matchup afterwards.
But you understand what I'm saying, Bob? Let's say we go to Tennessee for 3 days, practice at their facility, hold the little camps, the little things. Okay, they fly to Lincoln for 3 days. You have a little dual practices. The fans go. You make money. I don't even think the GMs is this smart, Bob. And they make a lot of money. But Captain, what do you think about this concept?
I think that's the bad idea.
What?
Yeah, because every time the 2 years that I had a chance to go against another team when I played the NFL for, I think when I was playing for Seattle, we went up against, I don't really remember it right offhand, but I know Kansas City, it was Minnesota. And let me tell you something. It was a fight at both camps. It was a fight. I want to say Seattle was New Orleans. And so I don't know, when you're going up against another team, do you really want to go get hurt? Because they're going to be giving you everything. And so I don't know. I don't think that you want – why would I want to go against Clemson and verse them so they can see everything that I do and game plan me and give that to their buddies? They're buddies. There's a buddy system in college coaching. So if all 3 of us are coaching and we're all buddies and we're playing against a team that I played against, you guys call me, hey, VJ, you playing against them. What can you tell me? Can you send me your scout report? So I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. I think right now we got to figure out how do we practice well against each other. We got to compete in practice against each other like we're competing in a game. And then I think we can lick our chops at somebody else. But if the transfer portal is going to open up, right after the spring, why would I ever, just from a business standpoint, why would I ever show my hand?
They're going to leave anyway. It doesn't matter. If a kid's not happy at a school, they're going to leave. I mean,
well, but even if a kid is happy and
the only reason the kid will stay somewhere and be on a losing team is that they're getting paid a lot of money.
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
But I'm just saying, so here's what Deion said. I would like to practice against someone for a few days, then have a spring game. I think the public would be satisfied with that. Fran Brown tweeted back, we will come to Boulder for 3 days. You see what I'm saying? This ain't just these are two coaches who won 10 games plus last year, who's not as afraid to lose some kids or gang some kids.
Did Deion
little less than 10, but yeah.
Hey.
Syracuse won 10, then they bought.
Did they win 10?
I'm gonna need you to take your pom-poms off, buddy.
But I'm just saying.
You cheerleading way too much.
No, because people are so dissatisfied with college football right now. You have to spice this thing up. And I think this is what Deion and Fran Brown are trying to do. Spice college football up.
They're not going to do it. NCAA ain't going to do it. But I think it's spiced up because now they gave you the element of you don't know what to think. Because all these schools now are opting out of the spring game. So nobody's going to know what they really truly have.
Ooh, Big Ten teams, I mean, some teams are playing. Some are not. It depends. Like some coaches don't care about that.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about all this is just the kind of the line in which way people are going, whether you want to keep your spring game or you want to go the other way. For what it's worth, Colorado's spring game they announced is going to be played on April 19th at Folsom Field. It will be televised on ESPN2. So Deion's going the opposite route. He's not worried about Matt Rule's thinking, well, if our game's on BTN, people can get the tape. They'll see it. They'll go after our players. He's saying, let's promote our program as much as we can. Let's get back out there. Let's get more Colorado football on TV. And he was quoted as saying, everybody's moving to stop spring games. I don't know why. You're not going to stop nobody from leaving your program by not having a spring game. If you want to save money, just say that. The kid's already gone. They already reached out and contacted somebody else. They're already gone. So again, we've heard from different college football coaches, Dabo Swinney agreeing with Deion. So there's just kind of a line here. And for what it's worth, like you said, Vershawn, earlier, I don't know if this is the most original idea I've heard before. This idea out there, but it's always kind of come back to the NCAA, where under NCAA bylaws right now, football teams cannot play each other in the spring. So that's why it's not been done.
Well, now you got NIL, you got all this stuff going on. Bob, I'm just saying, Bob, wouldn't that be a great idea, Bob?
I'm not saying they couldn't change it. I'm just saying they would have to change
if they changed it, Bob. How great would that be?
I would think it would be fantastic. Obviously, from the fan standpoint, and everybody would be excited for it. I think it'd be good for college football. But I mean, I do understand some of the drawbacks there. It's again probably just depends on where you land on the discussion of whether they should have these things to begin with or not. But if they are going to have one playing another team, yeah, I mean that's a fan's dream come true.
Man, there's no way if I'm a head coach that I'm going to scrimmage. I would if everything, all the stars align and it was a controlled scrimmage.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. A controlled.
No, you said a spring game.
No, not a spring game. I'm talking about like they want to come to Boulder for 3 days and practice against them, then play the bowl game. How great would that be? That's a mini camp.
Then play a controlled scrimmage game.
Yeah, like
not a real live. I don't know if you do a real live spring game, but I think you do.
No hitting the quarterback. That would probably be the only exception I would have. No hitting the quarterback.
Well, yeah, you don't. I mean, how dumb would that look to lose Dylan Raiola playing Clemson in the spring?
Well, I'm not saying how dumb would it look. It's just you don't hit the quarterback.
Okay, and you get somebody like I don't know, Christian Peter. We're in practice, and he says, "Forget it. All bets are off," and he takes a shot anyway. You hurt your quarterback for the season.
That's I don't think that should be a if you hurt the quarterback, you gone for the season. So it's you can control it.
Why would Clemson ever suspend their guy?
Well, I mean, if you know this is a no-hit situation, then you don't hit.
Man, listen.
I mean, it's
we
like
had
the
sweats
NFL.
on.
It's
No,
like
stop telling that lie. Would you
it's
please?
like the NFL. If
You're
know,
telling a big fat lie right now.
no, I'm not. Just sit here and listen. If you know,
listen,
Bach. If you know you're not supposed to hit Brett Favre at practice, you know you'll get cut. I think you should know the same thing in college football, Bach. There's a way to do this.
All right. I've been around it before. Them quarterbacks still have green jerseys on, but if they scrap it and everything is live around them and one of those guys actually takes a swipe or something like that on them, it don't matter what. It don't matter. It's going to be a fight. Offensive lineman going to come to the help. My thing is we don't need to change anything. To me, in a perfect world, we keep the spring game going. You just don't televise it if you're scared that people are going to take your plays. But I like the fact that if I do have a spring game, now I can throw anything at you. I can make you prepare for anything I want to.
What quarterback gonna sit there and fight being a scrambler? From the slide.
You clean your ears out. I said if a defensive lineman takes a swipe at the quarterback, not necessarily on purpose, but going through the play, those offensive linemen are going to take exception to it, and then it's going to be a fight.
Well, it's the good and it's the bad, so we'll take the good with it, Bach. He's trying to put the bad in it. 93.7 The Ticket, the Captain Show, the fastest 2 hours in radio.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Spring storms can unfortunately lead to power outages. While LES line workers go out in the storm, you can stay in, but you can also help by reporting your outage right away online at les.com/report.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze and an afternoon high around 80. Tonight, showers and storms turning to rain and snow. It'll be windy with a low around 31. And tomorrow, we'll see snow and blizzard conditions likely, an afternoon high of just 39. A meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and 0.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio. Now, coaches are making a lot of money. Players are making a lot of money. Guess who's making a lot of money now, Rashawn?
Rashawn's not there, by the way.
Well,
He'll be back.
Guess who's making a lot of money now, Bob?
Who's that?
The general managers.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
The general managers. I got up the top 10 general managers in college football, which Nebraska reported. How much is there making the other day, Bob?
Yeah, 800,000.
800,000. That puts him second in the nation right there. James Blanchard, Texas Tech, is believed to be the highest paid general manager in college football, making $1.5 million a year, Bob.
That's a lot of money, and I know that he was actually at one time. Matt Rule tried to court him over here. He coached with Matt Rule before to be the GM, and Texas Tech has had done really well in the transfer portal. So that's interesting to see that. I was a little bit surprised at that $800,000 number from Pat Stewart, though.
Sean Patton, that's Nebraska, ain't it?
Yes.
He's only making $309, so that's probably got to be his total thing, Bob.
Well, he was the GM. Now he's moving on to a different position.
Okay.
And the new GM, Pat Stewart, will make $800,000.
Okay. Yeah. So James Blanchard, Texas Tech, making 1.5. The new guy for Nebraska, he's second. Well, he will be second on this list at 880 or 800,000 plus. Billy Glasscock of Ole Miss earns $425 annually. Austin Thomas of LSU makes $425. John Miller of Auburn makes $360. Mark Pentoni makes $351,000 at Ohio State. Sean McGee makes $325 at Michigan. Jordan Soros makes $315 at Clemson. And yeah, that's crazy. Well, Marshall, I can't see. Oh, now Marshall Malchild of Oregon, he's the chief of staff, making $550. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Why don't we read it off before too? Yeah, you didn't mention Georgia there. How much does Georgia's GM make?
Nothing, because they don't have one. He makes $14 million a year.
Yeah, that's right.
He don't need it. He said he doesn't need a GM, and that's probably one of the things that a team that talented that doesn't need help recruiting players to get there. You know, like I don't know if Ohio State has one, but you know where they do, Mark Pentoni, but. You know, when Georgia talk about they don't need one, that's That's a great, that means Kirby's doing a great job recruiting.
I guess anytime you get another front office person, it should make your life a lot easier. So it should translate to wins and losses because you don't have to, Coach Rule or whatever coach don't have all the stuff on the plate that they had when they was the head coach and GM. But just like anything else, the head coach is still the boss, and the GM is underneath him. He does what the head coach tells him to do. I don't believe that there would be a GM that will ever be over a head coach.
Not in college ball. No, not the way it's structured now. But it is interesting. I mean, when we look at this, with Stewart specifically, he's got a history with Coach Rule. Is that good to you at this point? I mean, we've seen coaches come in here, buddy hires haven't gone well. Coach Rule specifically, in his first couple of years, has made a few hires on the opposite side of the ball that in a year and a half in have gone up in flames and they've had to adjust. So, and then we heard him talk about Mike Eckler and how he'd heard from other folks that Mike Eckler might be a guy. So he looked into him and then said, oh yeah, this is a guy I like. Do you like still that Matt Rule, with some disappointing results and guys that he's worked with before, is going back to that well? Or do you still think, hey, he's got chemistry, he knows that guy works, how he works, there's not going to be a kind of acclimation period? What are you guys' thoughts on working with guys that he's previously had relationships with?
I don't think I mean, at the end of the day, your defensive coordinator, your offensive coordinator are guys that he worked with. Mike Eckler is not a guy that he worked with, but he is a guy that has a track record of proven special teams coach, which you needed to fix that. And I can guarantee you that's going to be fixed. Because when a coach says, if we play good, it's because of the kids. If we play bad, it was because of me. That's saying a lot about a coach. So I think, you got to hire the people that you trust and that you like. And you just hope that the people that you go out and hire, they're qualified to do the job that you asked them to do. Because if not, could you imagine if it don't work out? And let me just tell you something about the schedule. Now that I look at it even a little closer, this is not the most easy schedule. Okay. You can say what you want. Cincinnati, okay. Akron, okay. Houston Christian, all at home. All right. But then you got Michigan. Then you get a bye week, and now you come back with Michigan State, and we know Michigan State caught fire towards the end of the season last year. How good is Maryland going to be? Did Maryland have a better record than we did?
No, they're not necessarily expected to be the toughest on the schedule, but you never know.
I'm simply saying Maryland has been a tough school to play against. They're not going to go down like Akron. You got to go to Maryland. Then you go back to back. Then you go to Minnesota. And Minnesota's got stuff to prove. When they're highlighting Malachi Coleman, right? When they're highlighting him, they got something to prove. And we got to go there. Northwestern should be a win. But then you got USC at home. After that, UCLA on the road, a bye week, and then at Penn State. And now you go against probably a top 10 Penn State team, and then got to go against an Iowa team that – didn't Iowa get a quarterback?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mark Gronowski from the FCS level is supposed to be one of the top FCS quarterbacks. We'll see, though. It's tough. We've seen them get good quarterbacks before. It's just tough to get results out of that Iowa quarterback position.
Yeah, Maryland went 1-8 in the Big Ten last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
What's the one team they beat? Purdue?
They was 4-8.
No, did they beat in the Big Ten?
They only won one game in the Big Ten.
I know who was the one win against Purdue.
Actually USC.
Oh, they beat a team that beat us, but they're garbage.
USC is not a good team.
I didn't say they were a good team. I was just looking at the stats, sir. You could look at the stats and tell the story.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the most difficult schedule. I mean, it definitely it's not one that you just look at and say, well, yeah, easily go 12-0 or anything like that. But you don't even leave Lincoln until October 11th. So your first 5 games are in Lincoln. Now that's going to put a lot of traveling on the back end of the schedule. But that's a pretty good way to start. Then you look at teams, maybe, obviously Michigan and Penn State are the kind of the big time obstacles on this schedule. But you look kind of that second tier after that, like you said, USC, Iowa, definitely fit into that. Minnesota has had Nebraska's number for a while from there. But 4 or 5 tough games on a schedule, that's to be expected every year.
Well, let me ask you a question. Of the Big Ten teams that we play, right, on this upcoming schedule, how many of them have we beat in the last 3 years? Jeez.
Well, there's Iowa.
Oh, no, I understand what you're saying, but
jeez,
the thing for Michigan is that they have to show me. Because they have to show me how good they are without Jim Harbaugh. Shamon Moore, I don't know if I have faith in this guy. I don't.
They got the best quarterback. They got the best quarterback in the country, didn't they?
Well, they didn't get the best. He just gave him $12 million.
You said what, Bob?
I said if they could pass, they beat Alabama and Ohio State, which is reason enough to fear them, by the way, to close out last season. But they did so, I think, with a combined 137 passing yards. If this new quarterback can come in and pass, now they're going to lose some guys to the NFL. They had some guys last year that were on that championship team that contributed quite a bit. But I think I understand what Terrell's saying. Michigan fell a level last year, but they're one of those teams that was just kind of like, man, with a passing game, they could be competing for a championship.
Yeah, but you're losing a lot of guys this time. But I don't know. We'll see.
You only got 105. You replace them. Let's stop acting like it ain't.
Just like I said, I don't trust the coach. Okay, I'm not nothing wrong with Jim Harbaugh. I'm just saying, Shamon Moore, I don't know. The verdict's still out on him.
All right, you listen to the captain here on 93.7. The Ticket with 3-time national champ Rashawn Jackson, the All-American and Hall of Famer Terrell Farley, and myself, Jake Backoff, and we'll be back after the break.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and March Madness is here, and Koppel is ready to rock and roll. We just closed the books on a tremendous February, and we're locked and loaded for a big March. True 0% APR is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. Plus, Koppel has over $10,500 off list on other select new models. Our pre-owned truck lot is full of late model low gyms as well. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with a roof credit, 0% and stand alone.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands, and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Yeah. All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio show. It is the Captain Show. All right, let's talk about a little Husker football right quick. Bob, Captain, you ready?
I'm ready.
We're ready.
We all know certain areas in spring ball that we're going to keep a close watch on: defensive linemen, linebackers, DBs, running backs, offensive line, kicker, basically everything. But we already know who our quarterback is. But today is to sum up and try to see who is fighting for the backup quarterback job. We have a lot of competition back there. I don't think it is given out, and I think this will be a pretty good battle right here. What you think, Bob?
Yeah, it will be interesting. Obviously, I think Marco DeVille was brought in to maybe be that guy from Purdue. Jalen Gramstead sticking around. He was the backup for the bowl game, remember? So maybe they'll have to be rustled away from him. And was the NAIA, Player of the Year, Heisman Trophy winner, equivalent when he was there too. So maybe that can translate. Obviously, TJ Lateef coming in as well as a freshman. And keep in mind, you again can play 4 games without losing your red shirt. So there might be some way to ease him into some action there. But I think Marcus Davila definitely seems to be the favorite. But again, Jalen Gramstead, I wouldn't count him out.
Yeah, I wouldn't count out TJ Lateef, a little mobile kid who can really, probably stretch the defense. Like you said, the kid from Purdue. It's a lot of going on back there. I mean, when we thought we was probably put in a situation when Jeff Sims went down or didn't go down or didn't play well, we didn't have anybody. I mean, Heinrich was good. He was a good rushing quarterback, but he couldn't pass really. So, now we're in a situation where we have 3 to 4 quarterbacks that are capable of getting the job done during spring.
Yeah, I think that quarterback room is nice. I think it's better than it's been in the last 3 or 4 years, especially with a returning Dylan Raiola. I think the kid from Purdue, for me, is the X factor. I love what he does. And I think he can spin it, and yet he knows how to scramble. And I think he'll put a little pressure on Raiola. Hopefully he'll rub off on him on how to scramble and when to scramble. And then you look at the guy that's the backup now. I think he knows what he's doing. He knows how to play the game because he's been around football for a long time. And then the freshman, just like anything else, when you turn on his film, he's explosive both ways. So you've got 4 quarterbacks that I believe can get the job done. Again, my X factor is always going to be tight ends. What does Heinrich Harburg look like? What does and then you guys got the news, right? What? About Garrett Nelson, or what's his name? Not Garrett Nelson. Who?
Carter Nelson.
Carter Nelson. He's probably done for 25.
Well, it ain't official yet, but we did see somebody talking.
Bro, he had hip surgery.
We know they say 6 months.
There's a Rivals reporter that said, in his opinion, would miss the upcoming season. Then he did tweet out that that was just his opinion. But that's a.
What? Well, he didn't redshirt last year, so he's got his red shirt.
Yeah, he did not redshirt last year. He played in all the games. So.
Yeah, so you don't even. That's what I mean when I say, are we just trying to get these boys in the system, get them in and get them out, or are we game planning? Because if you got a Heinrich Harburg, now you got some people in the room. To me, I'm sitting the kid. He knows he's not playing in 25. He's not going to play in 25. That's just what I think. Again,
well, is Harburg that guy? Is he an every down tight end to me? He got to show that yet.
If he was an every down quarterback, most definitely an every down tight end.
Well, what's the other guy? Luke
Lindenmeyer.
Yeah, I mean, Luke Lindenmeyer probably is a better blocker than him. We don't know that for sure, but I'm just saying. But Harburg is probably a better catcher than him.
Well, here's the deal. I think Heinrich, he doesn't have any technique to play tight end just yet. And I think that Coach Satt's got to earn his keep by teaching him body leverage and how to shoot his hands and drive his feet and become a blocking technician. Because the most effective teams, the most effective offenses, they do well when the tight end can stay in the game and be a dual threat guy versus Chancellor's coming into the game. 9 times out of 10, what we doing if Chancellor's coming into the game? So you can't be predictable and expect to win football games. The great teams are unpredictable. You don't know what they're going to run, and then when you do know what they're going to run, you can't stop it.
Nebraska did have a lot of trick plays with Heinrich Harburg in the formation, or at least even it was like once a game they'd at least throw some little trick in there. You guys expect to see that continue this season as well, with him now fully dedicated to tight end, but still having that quarterback experience in his back pocket?
I do. I think you can run a tight end around with them. You can run delay flats. You can run drags. You can run a lot of different things with Heinrich Harburg because he can run. And here's where he's going to be very, very deadly after the catch. When Heinrich catches the ball, now you're going to have to worry because he knows how to run the ball. He knows how to run with the ball. And you put another – huh?
Go ahead. My bad.
You put another 10, 15 pounds on Heinrich Harburg of muscle, I guarantee you he's at least a first day guy. He's a first, second, or third round guy.
Yeah, I should be an offensive coordinator. I just thought about a good play design to help Double H out. Let's say Double H is in the slot. You take Double H. Can you do a double motion at the same time, Bob?
No.
Yes, you can.
You can't do a double motion.
Yeah, yes, you can. I
No,
think so.
you can shift. You cannot
Shift.
do a double motion.
Yeah,
Mr.
I mean
Miles.
shift. I mean
Don't,
shift.
hey, don't
So
tell a
you
real
shift.
offensive coordinator
Hey.
you're an offensive coordinator.
You see what I'm saying, Bob? So this is what I do, Bob.
Yeah.
I would
Double
shift.
motion.
I would shift.
Clip that, Bach.
Look, Bob. I would shift Raiola out and shift Harburg back on to the shotgun and the quarterback, on a 31 situation. Let him run a draw.
Yeah. Definitely can see that.
Yeah. See,
that's what I'm saying. That's
never
how you
thought
know.
about that.
That's how you know you're not a real offensive coordinator, because I ain't doing that. I'm hopefully got the
Ohio
running
State,
backs.
I mean, Penn State did it with their tight end.
I know, I get that part, but I hope that if we got the running backs that we can get a yard.
Well,
We get the yard, right? Are you saying that Heinrich Harburg is a better runner than the two top running backs we got?
No, I'm just saying you surprise them with it. I mean, come on, man.
Nobody's being surprised by Heinrich Harburg going back there being the quarterback in Wildcat. Nobody, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to run it. That is not the element of surprise.
Well, maybe you put him in the backfield with Raiola and just hike the ball to him. So it's many ways you could do it, Rashawn.
Again,
I'm just saying. You got to. It's chess. In football, it's chess. It's not checkers. You just don't jump each other and think the biggest, strongest guy always win, because that's not the case.
Listen, man, we're not playing gimmick football no more. That's gimmick football. We're playing straight up ass-kicking football now. Mano y mano. Let's line up and play. Forget the trick plays. Whatever happened to lining up and beating the man across from you? But let's not go putting Heinrich Harburg back there at quarterback and having him. That messes the flow of the game up. If he's a tight end, he's a tight end. He's a tight end. He needs to become the best tight end that we've seen at the University of Nebraska. He can jump.
I mean, but you want to? He's that versatile where he can do things like that. I mean, if you watch Penn State tight end last year, this guy did it all. He passed for a touchdown. He rushed for several touchdowns. He caught over 1,300 yards as a tight end. He's a number 6 player overall in the draft for a reason. And if you want to, Nebraska want to continue getting players out, like, I mean, you got Ty Robinson, them guys who's coming out this year, who's stocked on Rose, but you still got to keep that going. I'm just saying, you got to make football fun again. We all stressed out.
Football is fun when you win it.
Yeah, it is.
As a matter of fact, for around here in Nebraska, it's been fun when you're losing.
Well, not for you, not for me.
We ain't playing. I said for the players.
When you
can lose,
Nebraska lose, I hurt just like those players hurt. You also do. Yes, I do.
When you lose and get a raise, that means you're getting paid for doing something that you haven't done. So we've seen this playbook around here for the last 10, 15 years where we giving guys raises that don't deserve it. And I'm not saying anything. All the guys that got a raise, all I'm saying is earn your keep now. If you got a raise, do something more than what you was doing last year to say, I appreciate the state of Nebraska giving me this raise. And call your kids higher. You know, get a chance to sit around that war room with Mickey and have, you know, they were grading the scrimmage and stuff like that. And so to be able to see each person, each room have to give an account for their room during the scrimmage, have to give grades during the scrimmage. So I would imagine them dudes ain't making but 5 figures, the assistant coaches at Grambling. So for them to pay attention to detail and know that they got to go face Ohio State, how much more should we at the Taj Mahals of Nebraska football here at Nebraska, where we have a $400 million surplus of money, and we have the $20 million. Oh, no problem to be able to pay NIL players. Now, what is it? Are we going to keep saying that we're not getting talent?
We're still down. We're still down on talent. I don't think we're getting talent, but we're not getting the best talent.
Why not?
I mean, they're going other places.
Okay.
The only thing we was able to secure was Riola. I mean, we got good guys coming in, but they're not other 5-stars who's licking their chops to get here. I thought it would be since we got Dylan Riola, but this year we're stuck.
Well, and of course, for years the problem in Nebraska has been development, and now with the transfer portal era, that maybe can be overshadowed a little bit. But development is still big. You don't want to develop players and have them leave. I get that now, but I mean that's when we talk about talent. It's interesting because in the recruiting rankings that Nebraska has, they're always going to be up there 5th or 6th, right? You know, behind the big boys in the Big Ten, and in composite talent rankings. But then you go back around and you look at development again. How many guys are showing up on all Big Ten teams? How many guys from this year's team are going to be preseason all Big Ten teams? It's hard to pick out too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially not having a spring game, you ain't gonna know anything. I think again, the element of surprise. If I knew I had to box Terrell, and I never watched film on him, I didn't know how he was gonna come. I didn't know he was a lefty. I'm in trouble. That's the element of surprise. Now I got to figure him out on the fly. But if I didn't watch a couple fights that he's had, I know what he's doing. I don't watch 8-9 fights. I know he has a tendency that when he throws the left hook to drop his right hand. So now I can game plan that.
I'm a southpaw, buddy.
I just said that you're a lefty.
I'm a southpaw.
What is a southpaw?
Switch it up. I'm gonna switch it up on you.
That's not a southpaw.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm not a boxer. I didn't go to boxing school. I don't go in no boxing gym. I'm a football player.
Always mess up? How come you always mess up my takes, Goat?
I'm a boxer.
Yeah, I know. You messed up the boxing. It's just like you. It's just like hold up. It's just like you had to ask Bach. Well, ask him again.
Ask him what?
The question you asked him. Bach, hold up. Bach, what did he ask you?
Oh, about the guys in motion, or
yeah. Could you go double motion? What? That's what he said. Hey, Bach, can you send 2 guys in motion at the same time?
Hey, look, you know what the funniest thing you said about a linebacker though? Shuffle, go. So don't you tell me you don't. I'll stay out of the offensive business. You stay out of the defensive business.
No, sir.
We'll keep it like that.
No, sir. I'm a head coach material. What I said was when a linebacker, especially, listen, I'm going to explain it to you. Bach. You tell me if it makes sense, especially young linebackers. This is because what did we see out of our linebackers all last year? They took bad what?
Reads.
And angles.
They don't know how to read from the get-go. I mean, first of all, it takes you 1 second.
What do you think
to see a play?
Listen, let me break it down. Close your trap for a second. What do you think the shuffle is for? That's for you can read it. You shuffling towards the ball or wherever the ball is going. It's going to give you the read. And then when I say once you found, okay, say it's a run to the left. You shuffle to the left. Now you know that ball carrier's got the ball. Now it's time to go. Straight line to the ball carrier.
There's no shuffling when you first start. You sit there. You sit there 1 second. Ball goes to the right. Shuffle 1 time and go. Hit it on a downhill run.
You took 1 shuffle off of what I said. And then you're on the backside, sir.
Hey, that's still a read. Every linebacker has the same read.
Not if it was on the front side.
If I see that. I mean, some guys are smarter. Some guys can watch them tackles disappear and anticipate somebody coming on the backside with a counter. You know, you got. I mean, you're reading. You're reading.
I know stuff. I said shuffle, read, go. Stop trying to act like that ain't the right thing. Don't try to act like that's the same thing as saying
I'm a linebacker.
Hold up a
second.
second.
I am a linebacker. I played linebacker 6 years.
I'm gonna mute your mic in a minute. What I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is this. You said, hey, Bob, you can go in double motion, can't you?
Well, double shift. He knew what I was trying to say.
What do you mean a double shift? It's just a shift.
Yeah, it's a shift. You know what I was. I'm not an offensive guru. I never said I was, but
oh, Nelly.
Only on Madden.
You said you was an offensive coordinator, sir.
I said I probably could be one.
Okay. That's your word. You sticking to it. I'm with you on that one, sir.
I like to run I like to pound the rock a little bit. I'm not a passer guy. I like to get.
It says VJ, us fans don't want a losing team ever. No, I do too. Corey said VJ is acting as though Harburg hasn't successfully run a quarterback sneaker drive. No, I didn't. If forgetting all the option runs he scores, give the dudes the balls that can make plays. Well, it ain't him. You want him making plays at tight end, not at quarterback. You got a quarterback for that. And if you ain't got a good enough quarterback, put another one in.
Now, here's why. I said here's why I said Penn State tight end. Now, the only reason I'm gonna go off this because of his stats. Besides 104 receptions with 1,200 yards last year and 8 touchdowns, he also had 26 carries for 218 yards and 4 touchdowns, and his long was 48. Bach, he averaged 8.4 yards a carry. Now, I'm just saying, certain things you can do to take the load off Dylan Raiola. And that's one of them.
And we'll see how interesting, you talk about no more trick plays or this or that. We'll see with Dana Holgorsen. I think there will be a few trick plays in there, but I do think too, with going back to the backup quarterback discussion, if Dylan goes down and God forbid it happens, and obviously he's kind of the franchise quarterback at this point, but injuries do happen in football. If Dylan goes down, it's not even the names at quarterback that made me go, okay, well, they can make up for that. It's Dana Holgorsen. Dana Holgorsen's offenses and offenses that have, you kind of think about those Texas Tech, those spread, those high volume passing spread offenses usually can get some pretty good numbers out of quarterbacks, regardless of whether it's your starter or backup. You see competition between them. So I think that, again, with Dana Holgorsen, who's an offensive wizard, I mean, he's deserved that tag. You feel better about the backup quarterback position, regardless of who ultimately wins that job.
Yeah, I think you got to give Dylan Raiola credit where credit is due. He's a true freshman, and he lasted the entire season. Now, did he go out a couple times? Yeah, but I think that was just the youth in him showing up. But I think having another year under his belt, another spring under his belt, I think he's going to come in more mature, and hopefully he cuts down about 215, 220, where he can really run and get away the way he needs to. So, but I think the backup behind him, all those guys are capable of getting it done. And if you're going to have a championship football team, like you said, injuries happen. You got to have a guy that you can plug and play.
Yeah, there you have it. We got to take a quick break here on The Captain, and we will be right back with more on 93.7 The Ticket's the fastest 2 hours in radio, and we're off and running.
Motion.
Shuffle.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit LOVB oma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and March Madness is here, and Koppel is ready to rock and roll. We just closed the books on a tremendous February, and we're locked and loaded for a big March. True 0% APR is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. Plus, Koppel has over $10,500 off list on other select new models. Our pre-owned truck lot is full of late model low gyms as well. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with a roof credit, 0% is stand alone.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
If the week's been too hectic to even think about dinner, or your family can't handle one more night of leftovers, then it's time to let Hog Wild do the cooking. Hog Wild's family packs are one heck of a good deal for a complete barbecue meal loaded with all the smoked meats, tasty sides, buns, and sauces you need to feed your family. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, 93.7 The Ticket. I'll just call myself the defensive coordinator because Bach, shuffle, go. You know why? Because if that back take that ball, Bach, and he's running 21 miles per hour, and that linebacker is gonna shuffle at 5 miles per hour, he's already beat. Welcome back to the Captain Show.
Yeah, I agree with that. Old Dad 34 said, Bach, mute your mic with that talk of OG Riola going down.
You've got to be prepared for it. I hope
Well, we don't even need to talk that way.
No.
We don't need to talk now. Well, I think at the end of the day, we want to be positive. This is our football team, and we want to give them all the positive energy. I've said this like 4 straight years in a row, but we want to give them all the positive energy we can, because they need it. I mean, I'm quite sure. Listen, there's got to be immense pressure on these men down there, right? To perform. The guys that are getting the big money, there's going to be pressure on them to perform. Could you imagine giving a guy $500,000 and he's your 4th-string guy?
Well, we all went through the Jeff Sims Amigos deal a couple years ago.
That's my point. But like I said before, I think defense will be fine. I think where we need to know is up front on the offensive line. Do we got somebody that can protect Dylan's front and his back? Do we have some bookend tackles that can help? Is our center going to be like Ben Scott, where Ben Scott didn't make very many mistakes? He made a few, not very many though. But we need somebody that's going to be better. Now, is Jenkins going over the center? Do we know that?
They haven't decided yet. It's Justin Evans, by the way. Now he has dropped the Jenkins, but
okay, so Mr. Evans,
yeah, and has for a while. But in any case, I mean, I think the last time Rule spoke about it, I think he said there's still kind of up in the air there because he's done so well at guard, but they know that he can't play at center.
Yeah, I kind of like him at guard. He's kind of like a Will Shields type at guard. If you could find a center to go with him, and like I said, in a perfect world, if Corcoran and Corcoran and Prohaska can stay healthy, you might have a couple of nice ones. But they haven't proven that they can stay healthy a whole entire year for 4 years in a row.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, that's why it's such a shame, too, because I thought Gunnar Gatula went in there and performed admirably. I mean, it wasn't, he definitely looks like he's got a future there. It was, obviously somewhat rushed in as a redshirt freshman. That's why I think of all the spring injuries we talk about, that's one that I'm probably most disappointed that's going to have to sit out the spring because Nebraska really needs someone to step up at that tackle position and take over that. And he would be, on the top of the list of guys to do that, along with Elijah Pritchett. Elijah Pritchett is the guy you're talking about earlier that is going to see a nice, wealthy paycheck. And there's a big question mark around him and how much he can be. You kind of always got your, like you said, kind of, your best tackle guarding your blind side. And then you got that opposite tackle. Is he, with the money that they're paying him, you expect him to be the blindside tackle. But would he be that on film last year at Alabama? Crimson Tide fans would say probably not.
I mean, and again, sometimes when you get a new lease on life, it breeds energy in you. So hopefully this him getting a new lease on life, him feeling the energy that the fans have here in Nebraska, that'll make him play bigger because we need him to play big. If he's a backup, that's a bust. That's a bust. And it was a waste of money because now I'm thinking to myself, if I just pay this guy $1 million and he's my backup, what did I just do? I didn't recruit well. So there's a real thin line on what these coaches got to get done in order to be successful that starts and ends in the ABCs of football. How they show up on that football field is who they really are. I think having 20 guys out because of injuries, and you're talking freshmen to seniors, that's a lot of guys that go down before one snap of spring.
It is a lot of guys, and you just kind of think about with that offensive line too, the pressure on these coaches coming in. This should be the year we do kind of start to at least say, okay, this is Raiola. Raiola's been here. This is his 4th year in. Everything that he's inherited has kind of moved through. Have the results been great? Maybe not. Have they been good? I think a lot of people would say it's been progressing over the years. But a guy like Micah Mazuka, did you get the most out of him? Could you rein him in? Probably not. So this season, you've got some question marks on that front line need to be answered. And then you look at the running back position. I know Emmett Johnson was a big retention for Nebraska when he initially said he was going to enter the portal. Ultimately, they brought him back, and I think just about everybody at the station said he probably should have been starting, except for Terrell. Terrell was big on Dowdell. But, you know, I think E.J. Barthel, he's going into his third year in that running back position. You can have kind of, you know, they had the injuries in year one, and then last year, you know, decent results from what they had. But at some point in the Big Ten, you're going to need standouts at the running back position. At Nebraska, you will. Nebraska has not had a standout at running back. And in the running game, maybe that plays along with that offensive line discussion for years. And so those are two of the guys on the offense. Has, you know, from when Matt Rule brought his team in, the offense just hasn't really worked, and they had to blow it up, and they had to move a lot of these different pieces. Those are two pieces that haven't moved, have had okay results. It's time to see good results, the great results coming back from them.
I mean, I think you got to play with your best 11, man. We got to figure out who our best 11 players are, and we got to on both sides of the ball and special teams. And I think we play with those guys until somebody else proves that they deserve reps. But I don't think you know, I think it's time out to be going on these experimental plans to when you're out there trying to see. Like, here, I give you a case in point. Carter Nelson was experimental because he had a form of greatness, but he wasn't there yet because he didn't have technique. He was out there on sheer talent. Now, remember what I told y'all about Carter Nelson. I said we should have redshirted him because you want him to get bigger, faster, stronger. But we threw him into the fire, and so as an 18-year-old kid who's still growing, why do you think he's having hip surgery? Because his body probably wasn't all the way developed yet. He's probably still growing. So I think head coaches at all schools, not just Coach Rule, not Mickey, I'm talking about all schools. I believe that they really need to talk to these young men and say, I don't believe you're ready. I love you. I want you here, but I want you to take a year and get bigger, faster, stronger, smarter. Why wouldn't they if they're still getting that type of money?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I think one reason that you could look at might be, you know, from guys that are that highly recruited or that, you know, there's a lot of pampering. You know, Nick Saban went out to small town Nebraska to go see this guy. So, I mean, there's a belief in just you know, from him that maybe his plan is 3 years of college and gone. And then maybe that's not a good idea one way or the other. But I think we saw from this past season with the tight end, you know, I don't know if Thomas Fidone ever was able to put together a great year of film. And maybe he left before he was ready. Maybe not. Maybe he didn't. But to that point is that, you know, with some of these higher end guys, they want, their plan is 3 years of college football and to move on. So maybe you don't redshirt there. But to your point, I mean, there's guys over the career. I always go back to Niles Paul. Niles Paul had his redshirt year burnt. I think he had one reception for 6 yards. You had him an extra season after he was the leading receiver, dynamic punt return, all that. By the time the senior season was around, I guarantee you'd get more than one reception and 6 yards out of him.
Yeah, again, you don't want to waste somebody else. I thought that wasted their red shirt. That we didn't. I don't think we targeted enough. I mean, say what you want. You better off red shirt was Malachi Coleman. You know, I think that someone needs to be able to talk to these young men and get them to understand that it's not bad to take a year and develop your body. I wouldn't have been ready to play as an 18-year-old freshman. I was not ready to play. I didn't understand how physical it was. I didn't understand how mental it was. And I didn't understand how fast I had to play. I didn't have any technique. So it's the same thing. He's not coming in with, if you think about Nebraska football, what's the one thing that's been missing from Nebraska football going up? NFL players. So if you ain't recruiting NFL players, meaning we talked to some people from LSU, recruiters. They don't recruit a player unless they feel like he has the potential to play in the NFL. Think about that. So if they got that in their minds, I'm not going to recruit a guy that I don't think has the talent to go to the next level. Now that talent pool goes from about 20 to 5. And then what are you going to do to get one of the 5 versus having to get, number 16? It's a fine line. But they got to figure it out here in Nebraska, because now I think this is the year that they have to turn this thing around in order to really get the recruits that we need. You're going into 2026. Everybody is watching 2025 to say, have all the changes that have happened at Nebraska, have they came to the point where they will equate wins? And that's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Year 3 is going to be a big year for Coach Matt Rhule, and the expectations are going to be there, for him. We talked about development earlier. Year 3, you've been in your system, you've built up programs before. Part of that is developing players. So I expect to see some big jumps from some players that we saw from last year as well. All right, let's take a quick break. Once again, this is the captain here on 93.7, the Ticket with 3-time national champ Rashawn Jackson, the All-American and Hall of Famer Terrell Farley, and myself, who still has my billboard in Lincoln. I'm the only one with still the billboard up, so I'm going to go ahead and say it myself. Billboard Bach here on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be back after this.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown's Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze. An afternoon high around 80. Tonight, showers and storms turning to rain and snow. It'll be windy with a low around 31. And tomorrow we'll see snow and blizzard conditions likely. An afternoon high of just 39. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
If the week's been too hectic to even think about dinner, or your family can't handle one more night of leftovers, then it's time to let Hog Wild do the cooking. Hog Wild's family packs are one heck of a good deal for a complete barbecue meal loaded with all the smoked meats, tasty sides, buns, and sauces you need to feed your family. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah, Scaper, I guess we're having some technical difficulties on the radio, Scaper. Right, Bob?
Yeah, that's right. For anybody trying to listen on our radio signal, we are having some technical difficulties there. We'll see if those are fixed in the next couple of days. But until then, you can listen to us and watch us on Allo. You can listen to us and watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, any of our streaming platforms there. And we'd like to once again invite you to join us for our bracket challenge. Make sure you join 93.7 The Ticket's bracket challenge on ESPN Tournament Challenge app. To join the group by going to 93.7 The Ticket's Twitter page and clicking on the link. The tweet with the link is pinned at the top of the page, so very easy to find. Go to 93.7 The Ticket's Twitter. It is completely free, and the top brackets will win prizes from the ticket. So fill out your bracket today before Thursday's tip-off. First game is at 11:15 a.m. on Thursday, so make sure you pick a champion before then. And by the way, guys, by that time on Thursday, that first game, we'll probably know who the winner is between Chucky Hepburn in Louisville and Creighton. What a great matchup that will be to kick off the tournament.
That's crazy. That's Bob, have you filled out one yet, Bob?
I have not completely filled out my bracket.
I filled out one.
Yeah.
I filled out one so far.
Yeah.
How about Omaha versus St. John's?
St. John's. I'm not even entertaining that.
Great story for Omaha, but that's a tough draw.
They could do it.
They could. I thought, but you're a big Rick Pitino guy. You were saying I'm going to pick Pitino.
Yeah.
So now what are you going to do?
You can't go past this.
Listen to me. Yes, I can. It's called you got to hedge your bets. So now I'm still going with Omaha, but I'm still picking my guy Rick Pitino.
You can't do that.
I can do that.
How can you do that?
What do you mean?
You got to pick.
Tell me I can't do
you got
that.
to pick one. This is not just.
I don't care which one wins. I'm picking them both.
This is like Gremlin playing Ohio State right here.
Yeah.
In basketball, but this.
No, it's not. No,
yes,
no,
it
it's
is.
not. No, it's not. Gremlin did not win the SWAC. We won our conference, brother.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's quite the same, but
it's not the same.
It's going to be a tough matchup.
And I'm not saying that St. John's ain't good. I know they're really, really good, and they're playing the best basketball right now. But I don't think Omaha's just going to go out and get, monkey stomped.
Yeah. Well, St. John's just took care of Creighton, who's probably the best team in Omaha. So maybe they're going to hopefully do this. Well, I shouldn't say hopefully. Hopefully they don't do the same to them.
Where's Creighton and Chucky and them playing? Where at?
I don't know. I got Buck. I'm finna check. I got to check my bracket.
Did you pick? Did you take Creighton or Chucky?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a little bit.
I don't know about that one, but you might be making a major mistake.
How?
I don't know. I didn't think Creighton was playing good basketball at the time.
Well, they made a run to the Big East tournament. They got to the championship game, just didn't finish it off.
Well, I get that part, but it's not like the team they're playing is going to be a team that's like Omaha, right? This is going to be a team that's going to put up a fight. So they got their work cut out for them, but I'm not going to. I haven't filled out one. I'll fill it out tomorrow because I got till tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Until Thursday, officially at 11:15, to get that bracket in. And by the way, I think they're playing in Lexington. I think that's basically Kentucky is. I wouldn't call it a home game because Kentucky's home court. They hate Louisville, but there will be plenty of Louisville fans, I'm sure, in attendance for that one.
Over under Deion Sanders goes to the Giants.
For what? Oh, Shedeur.
Shedeur Sanders. Yeah.
I meant Shedeur Sanders.
It's like that for what? Yeah, I mean, I definitely could see it. I would probably bet on it almost at this point.
Okay, you a black shirt?
Yeah, I mean it's still the top 3, ain't it? Nobody said he. I mean, I'll go 3 if anything.
But I'm saying, do you think he's gonna go to the Giants?
I mean, yeah, he should. Why not? I don't think he's in position right now to pick where he can go.
Well, yeah, nobody's ever in position in the NFL to pick where they wants to go. It never works out like that. It's always the GM and coaches and owners. And it will always be that way until time ticks out.
Who's your upset of the
Omaha versus St. John's?
And it is. It's a bit of a stab in the heart as well. If you look at St. John's makeup, is that their GM, if you will, their charge of roster building is Matt Abdelmassi, former Nebraska assistant coach with Coach Hoiberg, that was able to get some talent here in Nebraska for this first few years, along with Doc Sadler as the assistant. Wasn't able to get wins here, so it's just it continues the the fact that the universe always has tricks to play on Nebraska, and Matt Abdelmassi leaves and builds a great roster at St. John's. They got a 2 seed right away.
What happened to did Nebraska go to NIT?
They're going to Vegas.
Yeah, they're going to the Crown College Basketball Crown Tournament. They'll take on it's a 16-team tournament. They're going to take on Arizona State, who is 13-19 and still goes to a postseason. Gets some postseason play.
Here we go. Now we just got to string some games together and figure out a way to beat the rest of the bums.
To a degree, yeah. That's where
don't to the degree. These are the worst. These are the rest of the worst.
Well, what it is a lot of the teams are actually, the NIT is quite watered down this year because the Crown took a lot of them. So now the Crown is kind of the second tournament behind the NCAA tournament, and then the NIT to follow that. So that's kind of an interesting. But there were a lot of teams because of coaching decisions or whatever it might be. There are a lot of teams. I mean, like a handful, 10, maybe even more, 10 teams that declined postseason play altogether. Which I think helped allow some of these teams without winning records into the college basketball crown.
Dang. I just drew Creighton versus Auburn in the next round.
Yeah, it's a tough.
Who are you taking?
I'm taking Auburn. 35 minutes from the house.
That's what I mean. You just jump from team to team.
How? I always
you should have rolled Creighton out.
No, Auburn.
Well, if you're filling out your bracket, generally, you want to have your champion at least be in the chalk. 34 of the past 39 tournaments were won by 3 seeds or higher. So that's close to 90%. So keep that in mind. And about 87%, by the way. And then I think 25 of those, the last 39 champions, were number 1 seeds.
Wow. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Give me all the 1 seeds. Give me all the 1 seeds.
Oh, you have to fill out your own, sir.
Nobody's talking to you, sir. What's the 1 seeds, Bot?
I don't have the bracket in front of me.
Florida, Tennessee, Florida, Auburn, Duke, and is it Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, Houston.
I I kind of have an outside. I kind of like Houston for some reason. I think Houston, if you talk, and I'm only talking number ones. Of course, my team is St. John's, but I like Houston. I'm not going to front on Houston. Matter of fact, I got some. Oh man, you know what? We probably should have my guy from Vegas call in tomorrow, huh?
Oh yeah, that'd be a good call.
Yeah, we'll have my guy from Vegas call in tomorrow and give us what he's thinking, and give us some point spread and all that good stuff.
All right. That is it for the Captain Show. Good day, fellas. 93.7 The Ticket. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have the radio. The radio.
Whoa! Hey, it's a blizzard coming tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not a blizzard. You just want to get off. So
no, I want to come in. Trust me.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I got.
No, we'll see you Thursday, Captain. I believe you that. So we'll see you Thursday.
They said it's supposed to really hit between 10 and 1.
Uh-oh.
In the morning?
Well, yeah. 10 to 1 p.m.
Yeah, we'll have to track that hopefully, but one way or the other, we'll be on one way or the other tomorrow.
You got that right.
That's right.
Thank y'all for riding with us. 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Captain Show. We will be here tomorrow.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell